Welcome into Date Palm Field. Spring training baseball coming your way. It's the Cleveland Guardians and the Milwaukee Brewers. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the mound today, Brandon Woodruff. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Stephen Kwan leading things off and takes a strike. That one fouled off.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. 1-2 here. Fastball is outside. And that one is lifted in the air. Brings it in. One away. Now it's Jose Ramirez.
The third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Ball. That's ball two.
That one missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And he walked him.
Batting third, the first baseman, number
Runner
9,
on at first
Kyle
with one gone. At the plate,
Manzardo.
Kyle Manzardo. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Tap foul at the plate. Quick move to first, and he dives back in safely. Outside with a breaking ball. Sit down on strikes. Some high cheese for strike three. Manzardo wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. They'll keep both their challenges. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. There's a ball. Throw to second. On a bounce. Safe. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Man at second. Battling here as he fouls it away. Move to second, and he's back in there.
He's in there, safe.
That's too high, and it's ball four. Another walk.
Batting fourth, the catcher,
Bo Naylor at the plate now.
Naylor.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Here's Ortiz for one. Back to first, double play. Nice job getting over, and that ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the first, and on the hill in this one, Tanner Bybee. How about a report on him, Chris?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Bryce Turang, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2. That's the third. Ramirez got him on the off-balance throw. One gone, bottom half of the first.
The left fielder, number 22,
Here's Yelich at the dish. The MVP in 2018, the runner-up in 2019. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Comes up empty.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
And now it's William Contreras.
Ball, that's too high.
Two down, nobody on. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Back there. And caught on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Stepping up for the Guardians, Brian Rocchio. 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. Here's the 0-2. Popped up to the left into foul ground. That one is foul, and he'll see another. Ball 1 there. He goes down looking.
Batting six,
now here's Nolan
right
Jones.
Nolan Jones.
That's a ball.
The 1-0. Sliced hard but foul. The 1-1. And a base hit into right center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Gabriel Arias in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. And a big swing and a miss. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Just misses with that one. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Runner at first with 2 away. Daniel Schneemann now at the plate.
Schneemann.
Hey.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
And that gets down into the gap. Headed for the plate. He's safe, and it's 1-0.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 24.
So in now for
Chase
Cleveland, Chase DeLauder.
Hey!
That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. Bottom of the second. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Jackson Chourio.
Jackson Chourio.
Hey!
And the 0-1. Fastball for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
On the ground, Arias tosses to first and quickly one away in the second.
The first
Andrew
baseman,
Vaughn now.
Andrew Vaughn.
In the air to left center, Kwan on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Batting sixth,
Sal Frelick up now for the Brewers.
10, Sal Frelick.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
2 down, nobody on. And a foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Kwan under it. And that is that. On to the third inning. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan.
Ball, that's just out.
That one way inside. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Yelich running hard, but it's just out of reach. Throws to second, and he's into second with nobody out.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Up the middle. That's a base hit. The throw in.
Wastes no time there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Up the middle. There's one. To first. Double play. Nicely done. Base is empty after the double play. Bo Naylor getting ready to hit. He's 0 for 1. That one close, ruled a ball. And that is ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Two down, nobody on. Way out front for strike 2.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
That one misses, and the count is 1-2. Swings through it for the K. Had him out front for strike 3. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Up now for Milwaukee, Jake Bauers.
Jake Bauers.
Aye.
Here's your 1. Bybee, a 6'2 righty, 205 pounds, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2021. Right through there for a strike. Foul tip. Oh, that got our umpire. And it looks like it got him upstairs. Next one misses. Outside. Ball 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that one a little below the knees. And that's ball 3. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. So the call stands. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. And a payoff pitch. Got him. 1 away.
Batting 8, the shortstop,
Joey Ortiz. Up now for the Brewers.
Nope. That's in. Ball 2.
This one in the air, center field. DeLauder should have this one. And there are 2 outs. David Hamilton digs in now.
If there's nobody on in front of him, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
And he takes a strike. That one lifted to left. And the inning is over. Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the 4th, Kyle Harrison.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Rocchio.
Rocchio avoids the first pitch for ball 1.
Sometimes it takes a couple of pitches to get a feel, especially when you move from that bullpen mound into this game mound.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. In time to Vaughn. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Nolan Jones digs in for the Guardians. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Just off the outside edge, ball 1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Pitch misses there. 2-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
The bat, number 13.
Gabriel Arias. The next to hit.
Arias.
Aye. Nope, that's inside.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. That one inside. Look out. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Payoff pitch. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The kick, the 3-2. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So he battled through a long at bat and earned himself a hit.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Schneemann swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Arias off of first with 2 away. That's in there. That's strike 2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 0-2. Good eye in that spot. That one is absolutely belted, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay throw. He'll score, and they're up by 3.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
And that is that. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Slade Cecconi.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Turang batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
Establishing both ends of the zone is critical. Most times guys are wanting to get hitters out down, but if you can get them to look up, get a called strike, that's going to make that strike zone a lot bigger.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Next pitch is outside. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. And now it's Christian Yelich. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Line to left. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And it's a double. Their first hit in this one.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
1 out, runner at second. William Contreras up now for the Brewers. One out and a runner at second. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Outside low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Way high. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Up next for the Brewers.
So next it's the Brewers cleanup hitter, Jackson Chourio. Grounded out to short in his first trip. Two outs and one in scoring position. That one missed. Misses inside. Ball 3.
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat. All breaking balls. So that makes me think they're not really wanting to challenge him here.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. Swings through that. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next for the
First
Brewers,
and second,
the
2
first
outs.
baseman,
Andrew Vaughn up now for the Brewers.
Vaughn.
In the dirt. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Here's a 1-1. In the air, right field. Jones under it. And that will end the inning. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Jarred Koenig.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Kwan leading things off and takes a strike. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. A solo shot. And they add on. It's 4-0. Here's Jose Ramirez.
A walk, and he's also singled.
Just missed. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top of the 5th. That misses.
Yep, that
2 balls, no strikes.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
There's the strike. And he pumps it a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Draws the walk there.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Up next for Cleveland, the first baseman.
So
9,
man aboard,
Kyle
and now it's going to be
Manzardo.
Kyle Manzardo. And that one inside, and it hit him.
Up next for Cleveland, the catcher.
Now at the plate, Bo Naylor.
Naylor.
That's down and in.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And that'll load the bases.
The batter, number 4.
Here's Brian Rocchio.
Designated hitter, Brian Rocchio.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, you can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Base hit, 1 run is in. Runner around third. The throw home. It's offline, and he scores. And it's now a 6-run lead.
Still able to come through.
So the Brewers bring on a new pitcher from the pen, DL Hall.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Now here is Nolan Jones. Naylor, the runner at third. Rocchio at first with no outs. Outside with a breaking ball. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Carrying well. Out of here. Into the visitors' bullpen. A 3-run shot. It's their second home run of the inning. And they add to the lead. It's 9-0. Digging in, Gabriel Arias. 1 for 2.
Ball, that's upstairs.
The lefty, the 1-0. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Ball 2.
Swings through that one out in front that time. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Stepping up for the Guardians, Daniel Schneemann.
Ball, that's upstairs. That's ball 2.
And there's a ball.
Ball 3.
Outside ball 4.
Up next for Cleveland.
Man at first with 1 gone. Chase DeLauder digs in for the Guardians. Step off, throw to first. And he's back in easily. That one misses. That's 5 straight. Six straight outside the strike zone. And that drops in for a strike.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
A little bit high. Ball 3. Swings and misses. That's the second out.
Next for Cleveland, the left fielder.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Stephen Kwan will hit next. He's already homered in this game. In the dirt. And the lefty with the 0-1. Foul ball. And that one ripped into right. And that'll do it.
Now pitching for
Back
Cleveland,
now to start the bottom of the fifth, and taking over on the mound, Matt Festa.
Festa.
And he's got a nice lead to work with,
Leading
so
off
he
for
should
the
come in
Brewers,
throwing
the
strikes,
center fielder,
attacking these hitters.
now, Freeland.
Frelick in the box for the second time. 1 ball, no strikes. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Now here's Jake Bauers.
Boog, the runner at first, needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
The 0-1.
Ball.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Ortiz can't hold up, and that's a strike. Left field, Kwan sprinting after it, and he makes the catch.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Line shot into the gap should score at least 1. Coming around third is Frelick. 1 run is in. Bauers around third. Throw cut off to third. And he's out easily. Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Bryce Turang getting ready to hit. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. Two down, nobody on. Brings it in for the 3rd out. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Logan Henderson.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Ramirez, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. And a swing and a miss. Henderson measures 6 feet even, 24 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2021. That one misses. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Up next for Cleveland,
Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians.
Manzardo.
In the air to left center, Yelich has a beat on it. 2 down. And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor.
Bo Naylor.
Yeah.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Cold strike 3 on the fastball, and that ran back over the inner half.
For
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Sean Armstrong.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Yelich, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Brewers,
William Contreras digs in now.
Contreras.
Nope. That's inside. Hey.
The Guardians up big in this one here in the bottom of the sixth. And now 2-1. On the ground to third, might be two. One at second. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Up next for the
Now
Brewers,
it's the right fielder, Jackson Chourio.
Jackson Chourio.
Outside, that's a ball.
Two down, nobody on. And there's a foul ball.
That's ball two.
Started to go at the 2-1. Appeal down to first. Did not go. And there's ball four.
Nope. Ball four.
Up next for the Brewers,
So a man at
the
first.
first baseman,
Next for Milwaukee, Andrew Vaughn. That one found hard the other way. Pitch misses there, and now it's even 1-1.
That's ball two.
That's inside.
That's inside.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Good job to fight that one off. Payoff pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Up next for the Brewers,
Hunter Gaddis into the game.
Number 10, Sal Frelick.
Two aboard, two outs. Now it's going to be Sal Frelick. The 0-1. And ball one. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Still able to get it there in time. And even with his speed, they get the out.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Brewers,
back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Robert Gasser. Looks like a pinch hitter for the Guardians.
Number 2,
C.J. Kayfus.
Kayfus.
C.J. Kayfus, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two. That one off the mark. 2-2. got him swinging.
Up next,
looks like a pinch hitter for the Guardians. Angel Martinez. Looking to start something with one gone. Angel Martinez stands in here, takes ball one low.
Ball, that's out.
And that is downstairs. And now 3-0. Right through there for a strike. Three-one, and he couldn't come up with it.
The bat, number 13.
One down. Gabriel Arias. The next to hit, 1 for 3.
Hey!
This one in the air, center field. Makes the grab. Daniel Schneemann will hit next.
Second baseman, Daniel Schneemann.
That's a ball.
Martinez leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Back to the mound. It hit him. The throw is still in time, and they do get the out. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, pulling up right there to the stadium and then going in and watching the game.
That one way inside. And it remains 2-2. You also had the pleasure of going over and hitting and taking batting practice at a big leaguer's house. Who was that?
Yeah, Willie McGee, one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Not
he
in
lived
the Hall
in your neighborhood.
Yeah, his folks live right down the street from me, and that's where his batting cage was. I used to look out of my backyard down the hill and just dream of one day maybe being able to go over and hit with them, and that dream became a reality when I was drafted by the San Francisco Giants.
Ortiz.
Ortiz at the plate now. That's ball one. Next offering is fouled back. Outside low. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Battling here as he fouls it away. Here's a 2-2. There's a swing and a drive. That one's deep. Gone. A solo shot. And they cut into the deficit. Here's the third baseman, David Hamilton. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball one.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Just missed. And he walked him on 4 pitches.
The batter, number 2.
So now a pinch hitter, Luis Rengifo. Runner on first with 1 down for him.
Rengifo.
Luis Rengifo now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there.
Ball, that's inside.
He hauls it in, 2 away.
Now pitching for the
Daniel
Guardians.
Espino takes over on the mound.
Daniel Espino.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Garrett Mitchell, a runner on first with 2 gone for him. Garrett Mitchell, the next to hit, takes outside. Ground ball right side into the outfield, base hit. And now 2 aboard. The Brewers going with a pinch hitter, Brandon Lockridge, looking for a big hit with 2 out, runners at first and second. Brandon Lockridge, the next to hit, takes ball 1. The Brewers with a chance to get back into it. Here at the bottom of the 7th. In the air, left field. Kwan heads after it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that'll do it.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Brewers,
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Shane Drowan. Jefferson Caro, the new catcher now.
Defensively for the Brewers. Now catching, number 15.
Chase DeLauder digs in for the Guardians.
Leading off for
0 for 3 so far in his debut.
Yeah, great time to get that batting average off the runway here.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Here comes the 0-1. And misses inside. In the air, left field. Mitchell in and to his right. 1 up, 1 down. Looks like a pinch hitter for the Guardians. Jonathan Rodriguez. Looking to start something with 1 gone. Jonathan Rodriguez in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Ball.
The Guardians up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one misses. Ball 3. And a 4-pitch walk.
Up next for Cleveland.
Looks like a pinch hitter for the Guardians. David Fry. Runner on first with 1 down for him. David Fry, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And that one did find the strike zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Man at first, 1 away. That's in there. 0-2. Got him swinging. Had him out front for strike 3.
The first baseman,
Kyle Manzardo, digs in for the Guardians.
Manzardo.
That's a base hit. They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Number 74 swings through it for strike 1. Two on, 2 outs. Left field brings it in, and that is that. Austin Hedges, the new catcher now.
Now catching, number 27, Austin.
Also
Hedges.
entering the game, Angel Henao. He's the new third baseman.
Angel Henao.
The Brewers going with a pinch hitter, Akil Baddoo.
Akil Baddoo.
Akil Baddoo, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And now
That's
2-0. Ripped, but it curls foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Whips it to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Number 7, Tyler Black.
Tyler Black at the plate now. That's ball 1. And that one hammered way back there. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. He hammers one out to right. And they're chipping away. It's 9-4. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Gary Sanchez.
Sanchez.
Gary Sanchez stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball 2. Slice down the right side. The 2-1. That clips the corner.
2.
And that's downstairs and outside. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
For the Brewers, the
One gone
hitter,
runner at
number
first.
9,
Jake Bowers up now for the Brewers.
Ball 1.
Misses again, 5 in a row.
Good miss with that changeup away. He needs a ball on the ground for a double play. Minimize the potential threat right here. On the hitter side, nice job of laying off that pitch.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. First and second, 1 out. Joey Ortiz getting ready to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Rips one to right. And that's a base hit.
He was all over that one. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Hamilton in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. The Brewers trying to get back into this one here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's in for a strike. And the count 1-1. A little out front there as he swings through it. Missed inside with the curve.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. On the mound now, Cade Smith.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Perkins.
Blake Perkins swings through it for strike 1. Hit on the ground to short. Arias. They get the force. Inning over, and it could have been worse.
Now pitching for the
We're
Brewers,
back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Carlos Rodriguez. Stuart Baroa comes on defensively now as he takes over as the new second baseman. Looks like a pinch hitter for the Guardians. Petey Halpin.
Petey Halpin.
Petey Halpin leading things off and takes a strike. Swings through that one for strike 2. Rodriguez, in his rookie season, 24 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick in 2021. On the ground right side, and foul ball.
Great swing and solid contact, just a little too quick.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there, on its way, gone. He leaves the yard to right, and they add to their lead. It's 10-4. Looks like a pinch hitter for the Guardians. George Valera. George Valera stands in now and watches strike 1. That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one ripped to left. Mitchell takes it in for the out. 1 down. And up next for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias.
Shortstop, Gabriel Arias.
Late on that fastball. And that is out of play. Got him. 2 away.
The batter, number 10.
2 outs, base is empty. Daniel Schneemann now at the plate. Hammered down the right side, but foul. 0-1. And that's a little bit high. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. 2 down, nobody on. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Up now for Milwaukee, Garrett Mitchell.
Garrett Mitchell.
Mitchell checks his swing. Appeal down to third. No swing. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Stays alive. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And there's one down.
The catcher.
Here's the Brewers catcher now. Jefferson Caro entered the game on defense, so this is his first trip to the plate in this one. That one in there across the letters. Oh, 1 now. Center field. DeLauder settles under this one. Takes it in for the out. So they're down to their final out. Akil Baddoo, the next to hit. Grounded out his first time up. Edging his zone for a strike. And it's 0-1. They're down to their final strike. Jackknifes out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Not close with that one. It's 2-2. Got him. That's the ball game.
After a couple of times through the order, this team really figured it out with the bats. A huge fifth inning, and that was all they really needed to get this victory today. Really nice job to pick up the W today.
10-4 is how it ends. Roger Dodger, ground beef control. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Spring training baseball coming your way. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against the Colorado Rockies. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Today's starter for Colorado, Kyle Freeland. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, the big thing is that the way he holds his curveball, it's more of a knuckle curve, and because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
Just about to get started, Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And away we go this afternoon.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Tovar handles, throws to first. One out in the top of the first. Ketel Marte up to the plate.
Ketel Marte.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
No, that's low.
The 1-2. Fastball is outside. Had a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Batting third, the right fielder.
This is Corbin Carroll.
Corbin Carroll.
Hey!
Two down, nobody on.
Ball, that's in.
And a big swing and a miss. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That ends the frame. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And getting the start for Arizona, Merrill Kelly. What do you look for here?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. Swing and a foul out of play. That one ripped left field. This one's got a chance. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And it's a double to start the bottom of the first.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Mickey Moniak digging in for the Rockies. Freeman at second with nobody out. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. So now with one away and a man at second. Next to hit, Hunter Goodman. Runner takes off for third. This one in the air right field. Makes the grab on the run. And there's two away. Now here is Jordan Beck.
The designated hitter, Jordan Beck.
And a foul ball. Runner at second, two down. Lined into right. And that is the inning. Top of the second. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
That's a ball.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He sends it out of here. And the D-backs jump out in front. It's 1-0.
Here's Nolan Arenado.
Hey!
You'll one. Foul ball there. 0-2 now. That one inside. Look out. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Batting sixth, the first baseman.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana.
Hey!
The 0-1. Just missed. Yeah, that's fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
In the dirt. Now throw to first, but back easily. Struck him out looking.
Batting seventh, the catcher, number
1 out
14,
man at first.
Gabriel
Next to hit for
Moreno.
Arizona, Gabriel Moreno. That one lifted to left. Makes the grab. Pavin Smith
Batting eighth,
now at the plate.
designated hitter, Pavin Smith.
In there for strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Got him. And that will end the inning. Bottom of the second.
Leading
So
off
in now for
the
Colorado,
Rockies, the
Ezequiel
shortstop,
Tovar.
Ezequiel Tovar.
Ball.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Check swing called strike. And the count is 1-2. Way inside, gets out of the way. And now it's filled up. In the air, right field, Carroll on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. So digging in,
Batting
Edouard
sixth,
Julien.
The first baseman, number 6, Edouard Julien.
And that's in there at the knees. Next offering is fouled back. Hit hard on the ground is short. Throw on to Santana. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Number 9.
Brenton Doyle digs in now.
Doyle.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
Ball 2.
That's a strike.
2.
That one missed. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Batting in. Third
So a
baseman,
man at
number
first.
3,
Willie Castro digging in for the Rockies.
No,
Kelly
he's safe.
keeping him close. That's ripped into the outfield. Makes a nice running catch. And that will end the inning. All set for the start of the inning. Alek Thomas now.
Alek Thomas.
In the air, left field. McCarthy pulls it in on the run. 1 pitch and 1 out. So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Geraldo Perdomo getting ready to hit. Grounded out to short in his first trip. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Takes it in for the out. Here's Ketel Marte. Struck out swinging his first time.
Ketel Marte.
Marte, in his 10th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Tosses to first. They get the out on Marte. That's the 3rd out. Bottom of the inning. So in now for Colorado, Jake McCarthy.
Jake McCarthy.
Nope. Ball 1.
In the air to left center. Gurriel has a beat on it. And there's 1 down. So the Rockies lineup turns over. Tyler Freeman, the next to hit. He hit a leadoff double in the bottom of the first. Just missed.
Outside.
Bunting for a hit, and that's just foul. Out towards right center field. Thomas on his way over, and there's 2 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Mickey Moniak.
The right fielder.
Struck out swinging his first time.
Moniak.
Ball 1.
2 down, nobody on. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the tying run is on base.
Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Goodman in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. What a play. Inning over.
Now pitching for the Rockies.
Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the fourth, Tanner Gordon.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Carroll batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. One, two now. That one the other way. One down. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He's already homered here in this one.
Gurriel.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect them to swing at.
And a swing and a miss. Swings through that one for strike two. Stays alive. Way high.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Nolan Arenado. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Swing and a ball lifted left field. McCarthy under it. And that is that. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the fourth. Blake Walston.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Beck leading things off and takes a strike. Hauls it in, 1 away. Next to hit for the Rockies, Ezequiel Tovar. Flied to right his first time.
Tovar.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
And that one fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Got him. That's the second out.
Up next for the Rockies.
Next for Colorado, Edouard Julien. He's 0 for 1.
Julien.
Ball.
Two down, nobody on. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 2. There's a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Good eye right there. Goes down looking.
Now pitching for the
We're
Rockies,
back, and there's a new
number
arm on the mound to
47,
start the fifth. Juan Mejia.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Santana, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one, that's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
The next offering misses, and the count's even at 2. That one missed. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Up next for the Diamondbacks.
Digging in, Gabriel Moreno. Fly to left his first time. That one way inside.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
That one misses. That's 5 straight. Next offering in there for a strike. And a count 2-1. Runner on the go. This one in the air, right field. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. The 2-2 now. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Up next for the Diamondbacks.
One out man at first. Pavin Smith stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Hey! That's a ball.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the Diamondbacks.
Alec Thomas will hit next. Fly to left his first time.
Nope.
One now. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it.
Now pitching for the
Back now to start the bottom of the fifth and taking over on the mound, Paul Sewald.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Doyle takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
That one misses, and it's 2-1.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Just missed. This one belted, deep left field, on its way, gone. And we're starting over. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. This is Willie Castro.
Hey!
And now the 0-1.
Ball upstairs.
On the ground.
That ball's foul.
And it goes just foul. Got him swinging for the K. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Number 31.
Jake McCarthy digging in for the Rockies.
McCarthy.
Yeah.
That one's in there. That's strike 2.
He doesn't seem to like to pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Two gone.
Baseman,
So the batting order turns over. Tyler Freeman digs in now. 1 for 2.
That's a ball.
On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even now at 1-1. This is NL West action on MLB The Show.
Now pitching for the
We're back,
Rockies,
and they make a
number
change
0.
to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Jaden Hill. So
Leading
back to the
off
top
for
of the
Arizona,
order,
the shortstop,
Geraldo Perdomo
Geraldo
now at the plate.
Perdomo.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Ball 2.
Hill, a 6'4" righty. He features a sinker, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. He was late there, strike 1.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
And that'll fall for a base hit. And they had their first hit since the 2nd inning.
The batter, number 4.
An outstanding
Second
hitter
baseman,
in Ketel Marte.
Marte.
And that one just
out.
misses. A ball and no strikes. Right through there for a strike. Next offering is downstairs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup. Go ahead, run on base.
Carroll.
Corbin Carroll, the next to hit. And fouled off.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so change up that's...
Corbin goes down on strikes.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the left fielder, Lourdes.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel
Gurriel.
Jr. He's already homered in this game. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Now pitching for the
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Thompson. Stepping in,
Leading
Mickey
off for the
Moniak.
Rockies, the right fielder, Mickey Moniak.
And that one hit to first, and foul ball. The 0-1. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Here's the 0-2. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. That's inside.
Ball 2.
And
a swing and a miss. One away.
Up next for the Rockies.
So in now for Colorado, Hunter Goodman.
Goodman.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one missed.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
And a payoff pitch. Ouch, that one drilled him. Gets it there in time, though, and they do get the out. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Ezequiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Now pitching for the Rockies.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Chase Stolander. So now a pinch hitter, Adrian Del Castillo. He represents the go-ahead run.
Del Castillo.
Ripped to third and caught.
Pinch hitting for the
one pitch and one out.
Number 8, James McCann.
James McCann, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And on further review, it was a strike. Still 2 challenges left for them. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. And the 0-2. Ball 1 there. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Next for the Diamondbacks.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, 14, Gabriel Moreno.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 0-2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And it's a 1-2-3 inning.
Now pitching for
We're
Arizona,
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Gilbert Diaz. Tim Tawa getting loose there. He's now in the game at first.
Number 13, Tim.
Pinch hitter coming on, Troy Johnston. He represents the go-ahead run.
Johnston. This change defensively for the Diamondbacks. Now playing first base, number 20, Troy Johnston.
Ground ball right side. Sends it to first. One now pitch and one out.
Number 31, Tyler Locklear. Up next for the Rockies.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Brenton Doyle.
9, Brenton Doyle.
Ball.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. Just missed. Ground ball right side. Takes it himself, and that's an out. So up next, Willie Castro.
Third baseman.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Up the middle, Marte. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. McCade Brown. Pavin Smith stands in now for the Diamondbacks. They're 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Check swing, went around, and that is strike 2. That one missed.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. That one missing inside.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Hit in the air, center field. Doyle moving under this one. And there's one away. Alek Thomas getting ready to hit.
The center fielder, number 5, Alek Thomas.
Late on that fastball.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
And that one fouled off. The 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
The batter.
Torey Lovullo making a move for a new bat. Jorge Barrosa looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. Jorge Barrosa stands in here, takes ball 1 low. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Next offering upstairs. And that one a little bit high. So the call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Fouled off left side.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Payoff pitch. And there's ball 4. And the go-ahead run is on base.
The batter, number 4.
D-backs making a move for a pinch hitter. 10, Jordan Lawler.
Oh, great spot. He's looking to come through with that go-ahead run on base.
Jordan Lawler stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Out towards right center field. Freeman gets there. He's under it. And that's the 3rd out.
Now pitching for
Back
Arizona,
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Christian Mena, number 79. He's the new shortstop as he comes in as a defensive replacement here.
Jose
So in now for Colorado, Jake McCarthy.
For the Rockies,
Now this guy, a player that if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
Fouled off. He was late. In the dirt, and that's ball 1. Trying to bunt his way on. Safe. He beats it out, and the go-ahead run is on to start the inning. Looks like a pinch hitter for the Rockies. Kyle Karros. A runner at first for him, nobody out. Kyle Karros in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Ball, that's upstairs.
That's in there. Now 2-1.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
And that is out of play. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw holds him at second, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position, and still nobody out. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Ryan Ritter. A critical at bat in this game for him. Ryan Ritter in now, takes ball 1 off the plate.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That's inside and that's ball 3. And that'll load the bases.
Up next for the Rockies, the catcher.
Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still one challenge left for them. So now a pinch hitter for the catcher, Zach Veen. Big spot for him here.
Veen.
Zach Veen, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you got to make.
Base hit, 1 run is in. Here comes the runner. The throw home. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. And they lead by 2.
Everything.
Arizona,
So out of the pen for the
60,
Diamondbacks, Mitch Bratt.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Adael Amador. He comes to the plate in a huge spot in this one. Adael Amador swings through it for strike 1. In the dirt, the Rockies trying to break this one open here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Strike two. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 1-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Up next for the Rockies.
Two aboard with one
The
out.
shortstop,
Next for Colorado, Ezequiel Tovar. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Rockies.
Looks like a pinch hitter for the Rockies. Braxton Fulford. And this is a big at-bat in this ball game.
Fulford.
Ball, that's upstairs.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. Two on, two outs. Sliced hard but foul. The 1-1. And a foul ball. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That is the inning.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Rockies,
back, and here comes the closer, Brennan Bernardino.
Redhead.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Now into the game, number 30. He takes over in right.
In right field,
Corbin
number 30,
Carroll getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Late swing, foul to the left.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Pitch in the dirt, ball one. And there's a ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Here's Gurriel. Going one.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bernardino. In his 3rd season, he features a sinker, a curve, a cutter, a changeup, and he works in a slider.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Fires to first on the run, and very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the
So it's their last chance in this one. Tyler Locklear stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Came into the game on defense, so his first trip to the plate here.
Ball, that's just out.
The Rockies trying to close out a 2-run lead here at the top of the 9th. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Doyle settles under it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Rockies claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Winning never gets old, but it's also important to come out and play with some level of a fear of failure. That's what brings out the best, knowing that if I don't bring it today, we could lose. And nobody likes to lose, especially when you work this hard to play at this level. Nice win today.
And your final 3-1 For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.